Welcome to Success Nation. I'm your host, Gary Ernest. I want to take this time to say thank you to all my viewers. My celebration, I want to celebrate with you. Before I started this journey with you, I had a lot of doubts. A lot of moments I said, you know what? How am I going to do it? But the most beautiful moments is when I uploaded that first video. And one of the viewers said, "Great job. When is your next one?" I want to say thank you to you. I want to say thank you because that encouragement, the moment I put that video up and that person gave me the word of encouragement. You know the beauty of it, guys? It was not a family member. It was not a friend that I knew from the past. It was a total stranger. A total stranger. I just uploaded a video, not knowing how the video was going to turn out. And that person said, "Great job. When is your next one?" That tells me, talking to you, it's not about me. Talking to you is about you. Talking to you is for you. I'm just the messenger. You the receiver. I was talking to my son when we reach our first 500 views. Our first 500 views without any marketing. When that moment happened, and I took that moment to say to myself, it's been 10 years since I've lost my vision. I've always been passionate about talking. I used to be on the radio talking. But the most beautiful thing is one of your viewers, they say, "Good job." That shows you the person is willing to support the message. Sometimes we slow ourselves down by over-criticizing our own selves, by overthinking how things are going to turn out. People never hear our voices. Our voices would never be heard because we are afraid of how perfect it would be. I remember starting this video, the first one. I had my cell phone in my hand, no lighting, and it's, being visually impaired, sometimes you do things, you laugh about it, but it's sad sometimes. And it was upside down. I was laughing, but I didn't know it was upside down, guys. I did not know the cell phone, the message was upside down. But I said, you know what? The time for me to do it came, and I just did it. Now, I know while you were sitting in your car, you were sitting at your dinner table, breakfast table. You're probably sitting at your coffee shop right now, maybe. Maybe not, because we have social distance. You might say to yourself, "Nah, man, I'm good. There's nothing wrong with this." The biggest thing in your life is the ability to start something. One of the biggest hurdles to success is the ability to start something. Now, I always tell my son this story about me and books. I love books ever since I was a kid, man. To me, the written word was like, man. And I decided to buy me my first bookcase. I wanted to start my library. My first bookcase. So I bought that bookcase and I put it in my room. But there was no books in there. There was no books. I decided to buy me a bookcase because, listen, I'm going to build my library. You know? I know some family members, they were laughing at me as usual. They were laughing. They're like, this Gary, man, what is he doing? Buying this bookcase? Guys, within 30 days, I had nowhere to put books. I had so many books. Within 30 days, I had so many books, I didn't have place to put them. I did not have enough space to put my books. I did not have enough space to put the amount of books that I accumulated within 30 days. See, what I'm saying to you is, when you want to start something, let's say you want to start a business, you might say to yourself, man, I don't know what's going to happen. Like you were conditioned before, you said to yourself, you would have a list of 1,000 things that will go wrong. 1,000 things that you assume that will go wrong. See, your ability to start something, is your key to success. You might say to yourself, no, man. Nah, man, I can start it, but I'm going to fail. That, well, so what if you fail? You know how many people have failed before? But that first step, it's like planting seeds. That first step is like planting seeds. See, once you plant that seed, you also open up yourself to grow. Now, you're giving yourself a reason to either do research or to learn more about that movement, to learn more about what you want to do. See, when I started this journey talking to you, the world was a little bit quiet. The world was very quiet. There was no unrest. The only thing we had was Corona. However, by the time it was time for me to put up my third video, I had to stop it to bring a different message. You see, if I did not start, I wouldn't be able to talk to you. You wouldn't know anything. I wouldn't have that viewer saying great job the first time. Within a split second I put that video, somebody saw it and said great job. When is the next one? When I bought that bookcase, which I didn't have any books. I didn't have any books. The only book I had was school books and a Bible. That's the only thing I had. And by the time I moved out of my mom's house, I had hundreds of books. I used to borrow the books from the library, but I didn't have books myself. I used to borrow the books. A lot of books. I used to go to the library, read books, and go home. But the moment I decided to buy that bookcase, all the books that I needed, they came to me. I would go places, people would call me and say, Gary, they're selling these books, do you want to buy them? People would buy books for me to hold on to those books until I picked them up. See, the reason for this, for me talking to you like this, is to let you know, on your journey to success, on your journey to achieve anything that you want to achieve, you have to step up, you have to start it. Don't worry about anything. Don't think about it. Let's start. Once you start what you need, once you start that journey, don't worry. See, most people tell you that they told you, like, listen, you have to have such amount of this in order to start this. They said I had to have books in order to have a bookcase. They said I had to have cameras in order to start this. They say. But what did I say? Before you start anything, ask yourself a question. Why? Do you have the drive to really start it? But if you're worried about what you don't have, you're not going to have what you need. Because your mind will be so ingrained into what you don't have, you won't have time to think of what you need. If you worry about what you do not have, your mind would not have time to get you what you need. Because whatever you focus the mind on, the mind will focus on it with you. Whatever it is. You know, people used to tell me, you know what, Gary, you're good. You could talk, you could speak to people. You know, I like the way you talk to people. But there was one person standing in my way. It was not my mother. It was nobody in my life that was doing it. The only person that was standing in my way was me. And right now, the only person that is standing in your way is nobody else but you. And I've had that conversation with you guys before. Stop standing in your way. I've had it with you before. But today I want to take the time to recap. We talked about the power of obstacle. We talked about how you were programmed to fail. We've talked about power of communication. We've talked about your words will dictate your future. We've talked about how it's enough, you know, America is enough. But we've also talked about change is coming to America. Within this journey of mine talking to you, for all the regular listeners, the regular viewers, I want you to share this message. I want you to share this message. Share it with your friends. Don't worry about how perfect I am. I'm not perfect. Don't worry about, you know, let's say maybe he should have spoken this way. Maybe, you know, if he was this way, I know so and so's going to criticize me. Don't worry about how much they're going to criticize you. Just share it with them. Don't worry about how much and what your friend, your family member is going to say. Share the message with them. Because when we spend a lot of times worrying about what can happen and what would happen, we don't get to do anything. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about if I'm perfect, if my video's looking good or not. No. because that very first video was upside down. But I still received views. It was not how well lit the video was, how well edited the video was. There was no sound, no introduction. But it was you. You, that first viewer, told me good job. When is the next one? And I said tomorrow. And I wanted to say thank you to you. And thank you to the rest of my viewers. Because that one view was like the fertilizer that just propelled me, compelled me, and to continue this journey. While I'm standing in front of you, while I'm sitting here talking to you, I don't even know how my own videos look like. But you know one thing I know is, once I put that video out, people saying thank you, good job, that's what I remember. That's what I know. That's the fuel, the fertilizer that keeps me going. Start your journey. Let's start it together. See, this channel is called Success Nation Media. Who am I? I am a son. I'm a father. I'm a businessman. A researcher. Most of all, I'm a motivational speaker. My job is to speak to you. Before you see me behind this camera, I was doing this everywhere. Everywhere I go, I just talk to people. Total strangers would come to me, explain their problems to me, and tell me about their problems. And I would say, you know what, let me tell you how to fix this. Let me tell you how to fix it. Let's work together to fix it. And right now, I'm taking this time to let you know I'm here for you. I'm here. You heard many people, you've heard many gurus. But I'm talking to you on a one-on-one basis. Even though you might be sitting next to someone else while you're listening to this message, but I'm talking to you directly. I'm talking to that person separately. I'm not talking to both of you at the same time. Because while you're listening to me, you will find your own message in this message. The person next to you will find a different message in the message. You guys are not going to find the same thing. I'm here to share my journey with you. Come walk with me. You stick with me. I'm going to show you something different. I'm going to give you tools to change your life. Yes. That's what I'm going to do with you. I'm going to give you tools to make your life better. Most of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you to all my viewers. Thank you to my son, he's my executive producer. Thank you to my youngest son. He's the security guy, making sure everything is secure, everything is working perfectly. But I want to say thank you to all of you. Those of you who call me and say, when is the next one? Telling me all the flaws in my videos, how to fix them. I want to say thank you to you. Thank you to all of you. Remember, like and subscribe. Share the message. Don't be afraid. Thank you.